Oh, just woke up, and Gage wants to chat apparently.
Need something from me?
So, welcome to the next episode.
Gage, still got something to say if you got time to listen.
Sure, I'm all ears.
I'm all ears.
I just wanted to say that this, you know, the two of us working together like this, well, it's been a damn good time. I left Nuka-World with you, hoping you'd be the overboss the gangs needed. Seems like I didn't need to worry in the least. No question you know how to take care of yourself, which is more than I can say for most. But damn, if you don't have fun doing it, and more than that, I know you got my back. I can trust you. I can't say that about anybody else.
Quit worrying, man. Everything's fine.
No, I'm saying I ain't worried. You know, I made some bad calls when I was younger. I ain't saying I regret the choices I made, just that early on, I was a little starry-eyed. First gang took me in when I was 16. Decent-sized group, fair amount of muscle, only they weren't using it as best they could. Me being new and young, I didn't know enough to keep my mouth shut. Started making suggestions about how to improve things.
I can just picture it. Excuse me, Mr. Raider Boss, but I have an idea. You thought you knew better than they did, but it didn't go
You
well.
thought you knew better than they did. Bet it didn't go over well.
Nah, I didn't. At least, that wasn't what I was aiming for. Eventually, the boss approaches me. Connor, his name was. I don't remember what stupid-ass name he used back then. The Harvester or something. It was never as intimidating as he thought it was. Laughable almost. Anyway, at first I think he's pissed like I'm undermining his authority, but he actually listens to me. He takes my advice.
And where is this guy now?
Now hang on. Don't get ahead of me. So here I am. This teenage punk who's got the ear of what seems like the most powerful guy around. I'm on top of the damn world. Connor's always coming to me, asking what I think of his plans, telling me how much he trusts me. Can't lie. It all went to my head. After something like a year of working closely together goes by, we come up with this plan to make peace with a rival gang. We work the whole thing out in secret, where we meet on neutral ground, who does the negotiating, and what happens if shit goes south. I was more than happy to take point on negotiating, with 3 of our biggest guys to back me up in case no one took me seriously.
Did it work? Did they listen? Since we're talking here, I assume the story doesn't end with you.
Since we're talking
Death.
about it, I'm assuming this story doesn't end with your death.
Brilliant. No wonder you're in charge. About an hour
Observation
in,
skills are top
they're
notch.
just starting to come around and realize the deal is in their best interest. And then, I hear it. Gunfire and explosions. Lots of both. At first I'm thinking, oh shit, something went wrong. Connor's gonna have to bail us out. But the more time that goes by, the more I start to realize what's happening. The fucker set me up, and I fell for it. See, he figured he's pumped me for all the information I was good for. Have me around for much longer, I'd be a threat to his position. So he used us as a diversion, something to keep the other gang's attention while he and his men ambush them. He gets their stuff, and I just happen to die in the crossfire. Perfect day for him.
That's why you can't trust anyone.
Gotta be honest, that was a pretty smart move on his part.
Yeah, I'll give him credit. It was more than I thought he could come up with on his own. Or maybe, I just didn't think he'd stoop that low. I find myself on the other side of this whole thing.
No, that's pretty
Messed up, but
standard.
alive. I can't go back. The one guy I thought I could trust tried to get me killed. Thought about going in shooting, but that was just anger, revenge talking. And I knew where that would end up. So I moved on. Promised myself I was never gonna be that stupid again. Was never gonna trust anyone to do anything but look out for themselves.
Okay, about done with the top story gauge. Everyone's got shit they deal with. Yeah.
Life is hard. No way around it.
Don't I fucking know it. Ever since that day, I ain't trusted nobody. At least not beyond how useful they can be to me. You, though, you're the real deal.
I feel like
I
he's...
finally found somebody worth fighting with. Something worth fighting for.
He's been
I
steadily
don't know
pushing me
if
up
you
onto this
can hear
pedestal.
something. I'm just saying, this is a real good thing.
I just wonder if he's taking that old tactic he just described, pushing it back on me. Romance? No, I don't think so. I appreciate the thought and all, but it's not.
I appreciate the thought and all, but let's not let things get uncomfortable. Can we just stick to a working relationship here?
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry, boss. Didn't mean nothing by it. Well, I figure this is enough sharing or whatever, yeah? We probably ought to get...
Bruce doesn't trust Gage
But
too
really,
much. Not that
thanks.
much, anyway.
I mean,
Ultimately, he is a raider. Having reached the highest level of affinity with Gage, you have gained lessons in blood
anything in
perk.
here?
What's that? I mean, all the things he's just described, he's like, you can't trust raiders. Flat out. Lessons in blood. Thanks to your relationship with Gage, you gained 5% more XP per kill and 10 damage resistance, which is, that's alright. Why's it pointing me in there? Must mean outside. Anyway, we've got the Cappie contest to go turn in. So let's go do that now. Oof. One kind of funny at this speed, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Just lets me get around real fast. Bruce is one for dallying about at this point. There you are.
I found all the hidden Cappies. Each one had a letter?
Great. Let me take a look at these letters. Well, anyone who stared at Nuka-Cola merchandise as long as I have would get this one pretty fast. The letters definitely spell refreshing. It's simpler than I was expecting.
Got your code, now you owe me, pay up. Well damn, ginger fresh. Of course it's simple.
Of course, it's simple. The contest was meant for kids.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I guess sometimes I take all of this Nuka-Cola stuff so seriously. This door should lead to Brad Burton's office, but it's locked up tight. The keypad is the only way to open it. I guess we just need to key in the 10 numbers that correspond to the word refreshing. You did all the work looking for the hidden Cappies, so you should be the one who gets to enter the code.
Oh, fun. I assume our pay up is on the inside, that's why I didn't demand it from her.
That's it.
Like, she doesn't have everything on her now, she's clearly...
Let's go inside.
She's in a shirt and jeans with shitty leather boots. There you go. Ladies first and all that.
Hi, Sierra.
Let's search carefully. I'm willing to bet this place has a few secrets, and they'll probably be well hidden.
Yep. There you go. Shouldn't need my gun out. I thought there's gonna be
This place.
anything dangerous in here. Shouldn't be trapped. Oh, here we go. Oh, hold on. Nice. Till the ride is complete.
Sierra.
The formula would be hidden somewhere.
Right, that's it. She's
No
after
way
the
Brad
Nuka-Cola
Burton would leave it out in
formula,
the
isn't
open.
she?
This is like walking through history.
Oops. What do we got here?
That ain't something you see every day.
No, it's just Nuka-Cola. We do see it every day, actually. Nuka-Cola Clear. What's this about?
In regards to Nuka-Cola clear production, I think it's obvious that we need to take a step back and examine the facts. Project Cobalt dropped quantum in our labs, so I think it's best to leverage its potential popularity before someone else beats us to market. Additionally, installing the equipment to produce both flavors would cost us a pretty penny, and I'd rather use the funds to promote Quantum.
Amazing.
We also have our lemon lime flavor debuting soon, and need to work out how to market
I want to try blowing this
both
open
flavors simultaneously.
within there.
With all these factors taken into account, I have no choice but to hold off Nuka-Cola Clear production for at least the next 2 fiscal years.
Wish I could have been here before the war. You know,
It's an elevator behind
just
here.
to see what it was like.
Behind the bookshelf. Must be some way to move the bookshelf. But how? Oh. There we go.
At that! Mr. Bradburton, you were one sneaky devil.
Hey, Sierra.
Let's see where the hidden elevator goes.
Mm-hmm. No, guess I just go by myself. I'll catch up. That's just weird. Oh, there we go.
Wow. What is this place? Let's take a closer look.
Explore the... Oh, it's a vault. It's odd, actually. It must be a single-person vault, or maybe this is where all the staff came to. Probably not, because it's in his office. Must be just a vault for him. Like a bomb shelter. And then again, you never know. Could be a case where they just came up and left, really. Yeah.
Now this looks interesting. Come on.
No, it's a single person vault. Okay.
What on earth?
Ooh, look at this.
No. It can't be. That's John Caleb Bradburton. Or at least it's his head. Wow.
What the hell?
Who are you? I haven't seen a real human face in so long. I
Oh,
had given up all hope.
it's a head.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
frosty head in a glass
He's
jar.
alive! He's alive! My name's Sierra, sir. I'm your biggest admirer. I love Nuka-Cola more than anything. This is such an honor.
You there, with the Pip-Boy. What are you doing here? You there, with the Pip-Boy. What are you doing here?
This has to be a joke.
You trespass in my private vault, in my office, in my amusement park, and you have the gall to treat me like some joke? Oh, what's the use? Look at me.
He is kind of a joke.
I'm a monster, trapped in a prison of my own making. This was General Braxton's plan all along. Damn the man. He called it Project Cobalt. In exchange for my weapon design, he would give me access to life-extending technology. I'm such a fool for taking him at his word. He never told me that this would be the price.
Well, that's the way it goes. Who was? No, we don't care who General Braxton is.
When something sounds too good to be true, it usually is.
You don't think I know that? You don't think I've contemplated my folly for decades on end? I do not need some interloper to remind me of my greatest tragedy.
A weapon? I don't believe it. Why would the genius who brought so much joy to the world want to make something destructive?
Genius is restless, madam. It must expand, seek new challenges, and explore new frontiers. So yes, a weapon. It was going to be a quantum-enhanced variant of the standard portable tactical warhead. In fact, the prototypes are stored in this very chamber. You can have them on one condition. I
Some
want
kind of
you to
prototype
shut
weapon.
off the power to this machine that's keeping me alive. I want to die.
What? No!
Come on.
Come on, you're a disembodied head trapped in a vault. You've got so much to live for.
Despite your obvious sarcasm, you clearly recognize my situation for the living hell that it is.
Yeah.
You
It's kind of
can't
funny,
kill
too.
him. He's a great man. He invented Nuka-Cola, the best thing in the world.
Lady, you don't know what a torment it is. Being trapped here alone and staring at the same wall, decade after decade. Now please shut up while I talk to your more rational friend here.
That's pretty debatable.
I realize that what I'm asking isn't easy,
Huh?
but there's something in it for you.
Oh?
When the power is cut, the door to the prototype storage room will open automatically. Take anything you want. I don't care anymore. Just please, set me free at last. I can't bear this loneliness any longer.
Wait. I have an idea. Mr. Bradburden wants to die because he's lonely, right? Well, maybe I could stay with him, you know? Keep him company, give him someone to talk to. He's like a hero to me.
If he lives, I don't get the prototype.
If he lives, I don't get the prototype.
Bruce says this
ammo.
while
What can
staring
you
very
offer?
blatantly
Make
at her
this
ass.
worth my while.
Well,
Or general crotch
I
area.
do have one thing that might interest you.
Crotch breast.
I've got a limited edition Nuka-Cola jumpsuit. It's really stylish and not many were made. It's one of my most treasured possessions, but, well, I'm willing to let you have it.
A Nuka-Cola jumpsuit.
I'm gonna take that as...
That's a
Bruce will
paltry
interpret
prize
that as,
compared to what I'm
what's the word
offering.
now? A euphemism? Is that the
Choice
phrase?
yours. But I beg you to honor my wishes. There is no one else who can help me.
Blah, blah, blah.
I sort of feel sorry for him.
No, I don't. I don't at all. Okay, so here's our options,
I
as
couldn't
Bruce
stand
sees
being
them.
a frozen head.
If we turn off the
How
power,
could I drink Nuka-Cola?
so
Can you
if we
imagine
don't turn off the
being
power,
trapped like
he
that
is
for
trapped in there for centuries longer, which is funny and kind of amusing, and Bruce likes the idea of that because he seems like a bit of a dick. And if we don't turn off the power, she's offered us, well, let's just say, female companionship, which Bruce has been lacking for a long time. And he is the overboss. She would be his concubine, I guess you could say. That seems pretty fair. Like, this is his Nuka-World now. If she wants to stay here and watch Bradburden, that is the price she would pay. If we do turn off the power, however,
Think carefully.
we get whatever's
Don't rush
behind
your
this door, some kind of weapon.
I sort of feel sorry for him.
But as it is, like, Bruce is kind of pretty happy with his current weapon, so... I don't know, whatever is behind that. It's also the feeling that if he really needs it, or really wants it, he can just come down here and get it. After a period of time, once he's had his fun. So,
Sierra.
okay.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but... What's your decision?
I'll accept your offer. I won't shut the power off.
Thank you! You're doing the right thing! After all, this is a great man.
Oh yeah, great,
Now,
yeah,
if you'll
true.
excuse me, I have a living legend to talk to. Good luck running Nuka-World!
Yep, and feel free to join me every night up in my little, what's it called now? Fizztop Mountain. Wahahaha. Bruce likes to think with his penis mostly. His muscles and his other muscles. So that's a pretty good outcome. We're all pretty happy about that. I think say everyone's happy about that, in fact. Well, that was certainly a bit unexpected, to be perfectly honest. I was expecting there to be pretty much nothing at all down there. Still, I think we're going to have to send some of the boys on down to get that motorbike. It's a bit of a funny colour, but I think a bit of a quick paint job and be alright as rain if we can get it working. The car will probably have to leave down there. I don't think it's going to fit in the elevator, even if we take it apart. I don't know how they got it down there. There's probably a back way. There must be a back way in there. Anyway, well, I'm sure there is. There's a lot more to do in Nuka-World. The outside areas especially. I'm afraid that this is actually where Bruce's story is going to come to an end. I mean, needless to say, he lives a pretty cruisy life at this point from here on out. Basically spends his days pumping iron, counting caps, and conquering the Commonwealth actually. But by night, a little old Sierra, I suppose she's pretty young really, she looks pretty young, comes and visits him at the old Fizztop Grill. And she's often seen taking the elevator down in the early hours of the morning, heading back to her one true love, the old frozen-head Brad Burton, for whatever reason, whatever compels her, who knows. Now Bruce does actually reunite with his son before he dies of cancer, and together they coordinate a joint attack to take out the Brotherhood. Unknown to Bruce, the railroad was destroyed. The Institute did eventually find their headquarters and basically killed them to the last. The Institute, however, continues their own little excavations deeper under the earth, and they don't really seem to mind, possibly because it's Bruce in charge, and perhaps due to they know that there's a loyalty between the father and son there. The Institute don't mind the raiders conquering the upper levels of the Commonwealth, which is what they do. The Nuka Raiders, as they've come to be known. Basically, all who oppose are brutally killed, and those who join them and become allies are usually richly paid. Well paid enough anyway. But all good things must come to an end, and old Bruce, strong as he is, proud as he is, and all the rest of it, was usurped from the inside. A group of the raiders, they look at his little position of power, they look at his everything he has, and they want it. So that leads to massive infighting, the pack versus the operators. It's basically blood in the streets, blood in the parks, and gunshots and explosions day and night, and all that kind of stuff. Basically, that carries on for several days until one of the operators actually goes down into old Mr. Brad Burton's little vault. There they find Sierra. She's long gone. She's fled back probably to the Washington, I believe, where she's come from, back in Fallout 3. If that is the same Sierra. We assume it is. But Brad Burton is pleading to this man, turn off the power, because Sierra surely couldn't. And you will find behind the door a powerful weapon. Now, naturally, the raider does do as he says. He certainly has no problems killing a frozen head. Turns off the power, finds the weapon, and with it, they strike at Mason and the pack. Mason swiftly killed, the pack flee into the hills. But unfortunately, all this is left the operators quite weakened. They certainly cannot hold the Commonwealth on their own. They're forced to fall back into the Nuka-World Park. And there they solidify their position. They control the traders still. They get their caps, though far fewer than before, since it's only from essentially the people who visit this area. And that goes on for a good long while until the power plant, unmanned, now activated, pumps its last little breath. It goes nuclear, it explodes. This entire park, this entire region, nothing is left untouched by the blast. It is a very, very foul day for this area. Now Bruce himself, did he die when he was usurped? Well, no one really knows. No one really knows. Possibly he did, and his body was tossed into the lake, never to be seen again, and amid the bloodshed that followed, who would find it? But, you know, there's rumors that exist. A muscle-bound man in a funny-looking hat, walking around with overly sized weapons and Gatling guns and missile launchers and that kind of stuff. Everything he would grab before he fled at Gage's advice. Gage is sensing on the wind that maybe there was trouble afoot, trouble brewing, and that the pair should make a hasty retreat. Possibly, possibly not. Perhaps he is just dead, who knows. But in any case, maybe the rumors do suggest that he is, however, seeking direction and purpose, but usually just finding a trail of death in his wake. Anyway, that ends the tale of Bruce, and as night falls, I do thank you all for watching, and I wish you all good night.